won't be able to spam at Naruto Storm connections. Now, I bet by now, a few of you have heard people saying this. You won't be able to do X in Storm connections. You won't be able to run away with Tayuya. You won't be able to Jutsu buffer spam. You won't be able to switch a whole bunch. There's going to be some kind of limitation on this playstyle you're abusing. You've probably heard it all by now. And in today's video, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about people seeing these things. Now, what I've noticed is that some people are saying, hey, you won't be able to run away in connections. that I'm laughing because I cannot tell you how many times I've heard this. Today we're going to talk about the next game and common things that people say when the next game is coming. And one of the most common things that people say is that you won't be able to abuse X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. It's pretty much whatever, people are commonly using in the game now. And it's always hilarious because the next game, people are abusing something either equally as broken or simply the same thing, just a different character. A good example of this was really in Storm 2. Now, people were saying you weren't really going to be able to spam jutsus like Rasengan stuff, because Rasengans were solid to a certain degree. Not necessarily at the top level, but mid-level, they were pretty annoying to deal with. And so Generations comes out and we get jutsu spam the game. Because, we had Maskman in that game, we had Inoki, and their jutsus were super good. And so, pretty much every Storm game, there's something that you're going to be able to spam. And this is very common. Storm games really, balance is not their forte. As much as we want to believe that it is, it really isn't. And so, I've been playing some Storm too. In every Storm game, people said, oh, when the next game comes out, you're not going to be able to do X. When the next game comes out, you're not going to be able to do Y. When the next game comes out, you're not going to be able to do Z. And it's hilarious because there's always something else. There's always something else. And so, if you're playing a game right now, and you're over here saying, look, like maybe, let's say, for example, you're an upper mid level, close to top level, right? And you're struggling. And basically you're kind of like, man, look, I really don't want to learn how to abuse Switch the way these top players are doing it. I'm gonna wait for connections because they're not gonna be able to do this in the next game. I'm just being upfront with you. Look, you never know what the next game may have. It could have something completely worse. I remember in Generations, we were all fuming. Well, I wasn't really fuming at Kank, but Kank was annoying. For those of you that don't know, I actually have a video on my channel that goes over the history of Kank and how broken he was. I'll put a link to that in the description, and I'll probably post it to the comment section for those who are interested. But basically, in Generations, Kank was really annoying. PTS Concro, he had a tilt that just auto-tracked and was super, super, super annoying to deal with. And so, a lot of people were saying, oh, you won't be able to tilt spin with Kank. You won't be able to tilt spin with Kank. And lo and behold, Storm 3 comes out, and guess what we get? We get strategies like Runaway Conan. Strategies like Runaway Lee, Runaway Guy, Runaway Minato, where basically they would just not interact the entire game. And it's actually interesting. I have and it's interesting because of the fact that the main reason it's interesting is because I'm losing my words here. I'm kind of getting distracted by the fight low-key because this guy was kind of annoying to play with Sutsuki combo. Because I really don't know what they were trying to accomplish. I think they were just trying to spam jutsus, but I don't really know, honestly. And so, anyways, the point of what I was saying is that everyone was saying, hey, look, you won't be able to spam Kankuro tilt. But then Storm 3 comes out and something just as broken is around the corner. So at the end of the day, the best strategy for just not really being thrown off guard is adaptation. You just want to get with the program and really adapt to the game. For example, I used to play Storm 4 in a very traditional format. I used to just pick a point character and use two supports to support that character, and that was okay at the beginning of the game when no one really knew how to play the game. And it was okay for a while because for the longest time, Switch wasn't really that common outside of, the top player base. And so you could get away with just playing that style for so long. And even now to this day, in rank, you can get away with not switching for a good majority of your opponents. But, about 2 years ago, something happened and I decided, man, I'm going to go ahead and just embrace this game and learn how to switch. And so I can tell you 100% that, man, ever since I learned how to switch, it's just been a whole lot better. Whole lot better. The game's been so much more fun. Honestly, it feels like I'm playing a new game. I will say this, it's weird. Most of the team comp in this game comes down to literally just pick maybe one or two characters you like and then pair it with, a super, just a good character, and a good character relative to Switch synergy is really what you're looking for. Renee Sharingan, Last Naruto, Pain, Hashirama, PTS Guard, and of course there's a few others, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And so ever since embracing the game, I've had a whole lot more fun. I think more people should really do that. Now, obviously, if you're playing from a casual perspective, I get it. Look, you're not going to spend time learning how to switch. I get it. I 100% get it. But if you're struggling and really thinking to yourself, man, like, I don't know, man, this game just isn't that fun, it's probably because you're not switching, bro. You got to start switching. I will say, switching it's interesting. This game, when you're switching, it plays it's so fundamentally broken, but fun at the same time. It's so odd. I thought playing against people who were switching, I wouldn't really like it that much. But, it's not that bad. It can be frustrating when people are doing things and you can't really punish it, or when it's really hard to get in, but it's really not as bad as it may seem. Ultimately, though, I just find it hilarious when people, when a lot of people start saying, you won't be able to do this, you won't be able to do that, because where there's a will, there's a way, man. People are going to find a way to just abuse stuff. And it's actually interesting, in this game, you can run away with Tayuya. So, runaway is still in this game. And I was talking to a good friend the other day, and they pointed out something that I didn't really think about, which was that Konan's awakening speed hasn't been nerfed. It's still super broken in Storm 4, but the thing is that, in competitive matches, they obviously ban the infinite awakening glitch, because that would just be dumb. Why would they allow infinite awakening glitches? Then you could just run away with Konan forever. That, and because there's no instant awakening like there was in Storm 3, she has to take a lot of damage before she awakens, so you kind of have to actually play the game, and you kind of have to basically play the game and develop a huge lead, and then somehow just kind of lose health, and then you could do it. But even then, it's just nowhere near as strong or as practical as it was in the last game or in Storm 3. But the point I'm trying to make is that what's the point? At the end of the day, it's kind of a testament to CC2 and their direction with, nerfing stuff and things of that nature. But I don't know. I mean, CC2 is weird. They really are. I mean, even right now with the team I'm using, Sage of 6 Paths Madara. Sage of 6 Paths Madara, the best awakening in a game, I think. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and the fact of the matter is that it's the awakening actions, and the fact that he also has assists, and it's the fact that with instant awakening Madara, I mean not instant awakening Madara, it's the fact with the Madara, he can just do an awakening action and dash cancel, and then put on pressure, and then he also has his assist too. So it's just it's just super annoying to play around. Now, people have gotten a lot better at playing around. Look at me right now. I switched. I'm definitely trying to get my Madara on, and this team is actually pretty good for that. So with this team in particular, I can use May's pellets, dash with May, and then I can switch to Madara and try to get my awakening. You know, oh, that was a really good switch. All right, switch dash and the dash stop grab, and yeah, there's just some really good points where I can just get my awakening with this character. So it's I don't know. I really, obviously I'm gonna play connections no matter what, but it's always funny when people get their hopes up about what you will be able to do and what you won't be able to do, because I'm telling you, man, look, don't underestimate a dedicated community for a game. They will figure out how to bring something back. A good example is CC2 took out, originally they nerfed or they took out sub banking and infinite awakening glitches, and people just found another variation to them. So, and you're about to see broken water. So look at this. Okay, I'm in. Watch this. Okay, and I honestly I could be a lot better with it. This is me playing around his counter. Okay, I didn't cancel, and it's just what do you do, right? Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, I was mashing my awakening actions. I just wanted to beat him out. I think he could have gotten awakening right there. Ooh. May's first hit is so weak. Oh, that sucks. Sasuke's projectiles, so fast, so good. Best projectiles in the game by far. And what's so crazy is that you can he's cover fire, so he can literally be pasted onto anyone. Like his you can formulate a team with him and have those really fast projectiles for a good part of the match, because Storm Gauge seems like it lasts forever. And we're nearing the end. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of the video. It's just me talking about, you know, people thinking that you won't be able to do certain things in the new game. Trust me. Where there's a will, there's a way. The best way to be prepared is just to get with the program, develop some counters, and just, you know, just grind it out. Because, I mean, people will figure out. Trust me, people will figure out. Anyways, match is just about over. He's delaying it. And that's it. CaRai out.